Folks, the wait is almost over. We are finally going to get a good understanding of what the Buffalo Bills schedule is going to look like. So I know a lot of us have been waiting and having all of our flight information just rotting in a cart, waiting to pay, waiting to buy tickets, waiting to buy merchandise. Say what you want, but this is probably one of my favorite times of the off season. Of course, you get a bunch of miserable fucks who always come in here and say, "Oh, I don't care about the schedule release, man. Like, find a better way to spend your time," or something along those lines. Look, okay, we're sorry that we're not doom scrolling and finishing our night off with a Riley Reid video and a sticky hand, all right? Because that's clearly what you feel is more valuable than us getting excited about the damn Buffalo Bills schedule, all right? I'm very excited about the Buffalo Bills schedule. And on today's episode, we are ultimately going to be tracking all of the leaks that we have seen thus far. And I got to tell you, I really have only identified 3 so far. I have seen that week 3 Thursday night football against the Miami Dolphins is indeed all but confirmed according to sources that I actually trust. Sunday night football, Bills versus the Cincinnati Bengals, is still a hot rumor. I wouldn't say that it's confirmed yet. But then we've also heard that the Buffalo Bills are going to be going to Atlanta for a Monday night football game as well, along with the fact that we may be seeing 2 Thursday night matchups for this team. So several primetime games, a couple on Thursday evening. And I suppose what we're going to do for the rest of this stream is we are going to be tracking, and then also we are going to be discussing a Q&A segment. Because as many of you know, during my shows, I like to speak for about 15 to 20 minutes on the said topic, and then I like to ultimately end up transitioning over to my live chat audience, where they get to take control of the conversation. So please do me a favor and say, for example, you want to be a part of this. I want to make sure that I could really put together a solid listening experience. And for anybody that is watching the replay of this said video, to like have a very structured experience. So with every single submission, say that you have a question, please begin it with a Q for question and or an S for statement, so we can all have an open conversation and people can tell me a little bit about some leaks that we are all anxiously waiting for. Guys, smash that like button on your way in. I am ready to go, man. All right, we have Toby has come in. Dan, what a day to be alive. I know, right? It's exciting, man. I'm like very excited about it because we're going to be having our very first event in Buffalo, New York. We are going to be having our very first event in Buffalo, New York from the AFC East Roundtable, where we're going to be having a live show. We're going to be hanging out with a bunch of people during the tailgate, sitting with as many fans as humanly possible. But we shall certainly see. All right. I am ready for it, man. We are going to see. We have the Chiefs games are dropping. I have seen a couple of them already. And say, for example, that you guys haven't followed this one account, because this is the one source that I always say that I trust, because for some reason, this guy doesn't miss. It's called NFL Nerd, or his @ is Nerdington NFL. And for the past couple of years, this guy has not missed. He rarely ends up missing. I don't know what sources he has or whether or not that he's actually a dude that's within so specific NFL organization. He's the grandson of the schedule maker. I don't know, but it's crazy how he is typically the first person to announce several of these games. So as we can see, the only confirmed game that we're seeing from Buffalo right now is week 3, Thursday night football, and it is going to be in Buffalo, which is certainly ideal, right? Because we look at this. So we look at this overall situation, and this is probably helpful for both teams because, number one, we ultimately end up getting Miami right where it's not completely cold for them. And then we also don't have to go down to Miami when it's like 100 degrees and we have the sun belting into each and every single one of our players' faces. So it works out for both teams. It really, really does. Mikey has come in with our first question. What is the schedule release video theme going to be? You know what, man? I never really watched the schedule release video, largely because I feel like the LA Chargers always completely end up wiping the floor with us. Like, their social media team is So talented. I love what the Chargers always end up doing with their schedule release video. I don't know, man. Hopefully it's something interesting. Hopefully I could be solid with it. Statement: if Bills versus Bengals does happen in week 1, Sunday Night Football is going to hit hard. I mean, look, it's going to be fantastic. And as many of us know, the Cincinnati Bengals struggled tremendously for the first 3 weeks out of the season. We have Trey Hendrickson just announced that he's holding out unless he gets a contract. We have 2 rookies in Cincinnati that are holding out, a brand new defensive coordinator. I could imagine it would be a high-scoring game, and I think the NFL knows exactly what they're doing. Rosie, what's up, Rosie? How you doing? Sup, Dan? Happy to be with you. Go Bills. I really hope everyone's doing well today. Spidey Munn has come in, statement, about to break the bank for some tickets tonight. You and me both, man. I am not going to lie. Guys, 225 of you in the chat right now. 76 on YouTube, 138 on X, 12 on Facebook. Let's go on ahead and do a roll call right in the chat because I'm always really curious to see how far Bills Mafia truly extends within this audience. So please do me a favor. Let me know where you are tuning in from and let me know what team you're representing. I can only imagine vast majority of you are Bills fans. But at the exact same time, I know that I have some people that ride with me that just want to go on ahead and knock it out. So guys, do not be shy. Go on ahead, introduce yourself in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from, what team you are indeed rooting for. Let's get a roll call in the chat immediately. Last year, it was Josh Allen and Spencer Brown doing some sort of construction. Man, I'm curious to see what this team does. We have Rochester, New York is in the chat. We have Knock Andrew, Raider Nation in the Bay Area. What's going on, Andrew? Hope all is well. Queens, Bills, Carvin. What's going on, man? Hope all is well. We have Valcro, Florida. That's my guy. We got Miami, Joel. What's going on, man? Hope all is well. Indianapolis, Indiana is in the chat. Duncan, what's going on? Salt Lake City, Rosie, what's up? What's up? Downington, Pennsylvania. Go Bills. Christopher Garrett, man. Hope all is well up there. I have Hickory, North Carolina. Singapore, Go Bills. Podcast Junkie SG. I love to see it. Show Miami who they are early in the season. Pat's Country in Boston. Steven, hope all is well, my friend. Winchester, Kentucky, Buffalo Bills all day, every day. Eric Bryant, what is going on? Listen, man, I love to see some of the new faces in here. I do know that quite a few of you like to tune in and might be a little shy, but I do like seeing a lot of you guys still rocking with me. We have Nassau County, Long Island. Jay, what's going on, man? Connecticut, Bills Mafia. Mexico City, Go Bills. Brad, hope all is well, man. Fort Drum, Go Bills. We have Jesse, born and live in Iowa, but bleed Mafia. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Miami Bills fan is absolutely wild. Pittsburgh/Bills. Portland, Oregon is in the house. Joseph, I hope all is well. Stockton, California. Man, I love to hear it. We have Medina, New York. We have Columbus, Ohio. See how far that Bills Mafia truly ends up extending, man. This is insane. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. We have Scully, Illinois, Chicagoland. Go Bills, go Bills. We have Western New York. Hey, man, listen, he's like, nice try, FBI. You are not getting my location. I can promise you that. I'm not shy. I troll TD. I just enjoy your show. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Hershey, Pennsylvania. Go Bills. Western New York. Connecticut. Go Bills at work. Kent, United Kingdom. Kieran, what's going on? Hope all is well. Gowanda, New York. Bo Weber is in the chat. Can't this season just start already? Wouldn't that be ideal? Loud and proud from the Northeast Tennessee. Go Bills. Mike Trask. Whoo, man, what's going on? It's beautiful up there, man. I love to see it. Westport, Connecticut. Alaska, LOL. Drew, man, what's so funny about living in Alaska, Drew? New Jersey Bills fan since 87. I love to hear it, Scott. Charlotte, North Carolina. Go Bills. Charlotte, surprisingly enough, I did stay in Charlotte for about 3 to 4 years when I was in law school. Bolivia, North Carolina. Go Bills. Mike Trask, what is up? Toronto originally, Niagara Falls, Ontario. Been a Mafia member since 1973. You know what? You love to see it. Go Bills. Buffalo, New York. Man, you know what? I love seeing the roll call. I love seeing how far Bills Mafia extends. And folks, again, what we're going to do on today's episode, it's just going to sort of be a hangout. As a reminder, tonight I am going to be having a schedule release party stream. Okay, so at 7:30 p.m. EST, I will be live on this channel, and we will be live reacting to the full schedule right in front of us. and then just having some open conversations, right? Way too early record predictions. Following that, I'm going to be hopping on to the AFC East Roundtable, where we get to react to all of the schedules, give our record predictions for our divisional rivals seasons that are incoming. So a very exciting time on this channel. So guys, I cannot stress enough. If, for example, you want to be a part of that, if you are subscribed, that is not enough. You have to go on ahead and hit that bell notification so you never miss an opportunity to tune in and also be a part of the conversation, guys. I do like to pride myself by saying, out of every single Bills creator, I think that I'm the one that includes the live chat audience the most. It's a part of every single show because that's what being a Bills fan is all about, right? Talking to other Bills fans, seeing how life is. 415 of you in here rock with me, 116 on YouTube, 289 of you on X, guys. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't had an opportunity of getting it done. So again, guys, we're going to pivot back into the Q&A segment. Again, please do me a favor and begin each and every single question that you have with a Q so I can easily decipher. Say that there's a statement that you would like me to react to. Begin it with an S. Let's go on ahead and get into it. We have Pez has come in, and it says, I will be at Tavern on the Tracks in Charlotte for the Bills versus Panthers. Dan Mitchell, we got a tailgate for that game, bro. Pez, I love Tavern at the Tracks. When I lived in Charlotte, I was there each and every single Bills game. And this was obviously right before I started this YouTube journey, but that was my go-to place to watch Bills football. It had Labatt Blue. It had the whole nine. It felt like home, right? A quality beef on weck. Solid wings over there, too. I'm thinking about going to Charlotte this year. I really, really am, man. I think that might be on my list for a game that I could potentially go to. Morning, Dan. I was just going to ask if you wish my Knicks luck. Last time you wished my Knicks luck, they won. I wish them luck once again. Man, like I said, I'm not much of a basketball guy, but a lot of Bills fans have been telling me that I need to become a Knicks fan, since that's what the vast majority of Bills fans are. So maybe I'll hop on the bandwagon next year, because I kind of feel like it's not very genuine for me to do so now, especially since they're picking up some steam. And I don't want to appear to look like a bandwagon. You know what I mean? But that's it. That is it. We have, what's the point of the NFL releasing the schedule at 8 p.m.? Why not give us a schedule at noon or 1 p.m. EST? Does the NFL like people leaking the schedule early? Probably not, but I do think that it does build anticipation. Right? Like, yeah, like you can get it all leaked. It's all exciting, but you know that everybody is still locked into the announcement. It happens each and every single year, right? But that's kind of where we're at. We have Dexy Gaming. Dan, next year, I'm going to start college to get a degree in sports analytics at Syracuse. Congratulations, Dexy Gaming. If, say, for example, that you're looking for a job when you graduate, hold on to my information, my friend, or an internship, for a matter of fact. Once you're in college and say you're looking for an internship, certainly send me over an email. Thank you for the Bills content, Dan. Dan Hunter, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Scott has come in from Toronto, but seen more Bills game in person than Argos game by a mile. It's pretty crazy, man, you know? All right, we have Joshua Richardson has come in with a question. Dan, will the Bills versus Dolphins be where the AFC roundtable goes for week 3? Say that it's true, Josh. Say that it's true. And granted, this is still very early, like very early conversations. I think that's the goal. I think it's the goal. I'm not going to commit to it yet because, first off, I do need to talk to my ticket sales rep to see how many tickets we can align. I still need to work out a couple of logistics of where we would meet, where we would do the live show. But that's certainly one of the top games I will be looking at, because a Thursday night game versus Miami, it just seems perfect, right? It just seems perfect. Let's get it done. Oh, man, we got Nick has come in from Australia. Our guy from Australia is rolling in here. I'm coming to the States in November and thinking of doing a college game. What college home game is best? Some people might disagree with me here, but I got to tell you what, Nick, you have to go to an SEC game. You have to go to an SEC game. Have to. Zero questions asked. Like, what's a good experience? I would go to either a Georgia home game I would go to a Florida home game right in the swamp. I would go to an LSU game. All three of those are absolutely insane experiences. Insane tailgate, insane atmosphere. Nobody does like the college football atmosphere quite like the SEC, if you were to ask me. Some people may disagree with me here, but look, like I've been to an Ohio State game, I've been to a Michigan game. None of them even sniff the atmosphere that one of the worst teams in the SEC puts out. Same thing with Tennessee. Same thing with the Volunteers. Yeah, dude. So I'd say you really can't go wrong with any game from an SEC school. Maybe mine is Vanderbilt. So I'd say Vandy low key sucks as far as like a experience. It's still better than most, but compared to everything, I'd probably have to put Georgia number one. I'd probably have to go then Florida, then LSU. Yeah, dude. Have fun, man. Have fun. Anyway, guys, like I said, this right here is the account that I was telling you guys to follow on X. And say, for example, you want some of these in-person live leaks. This is the guy where I've been getting it all from as far as what I've been looking for. So as of late, and the Packers will start their season with 2 games at home versus the Lions at 425 week 1, and then the Commanders Thursday night football. So that's week 2 Thursday night football is where we're looking at here. And hey, listen, not bad Thursday night football games, because typically Thursday night football has that stigma, right? That it's just not too exciting. And they find like the shittiest matchups on the face of the planet. But this is where we're at. Okay, so we have Jaguars at Bengals week 2 in Cincinnati. Something to consider. Have Commanders, Packers right there. You have Giants, Patriots week 13 Monday night football. We have been seeing this. We've seen Panthers at Jaguars week 1. The Bryce Young coming out party. As many of you know, I'm high on the Panthers this year. Chiefs and Jaguars week 5 Monday night football. You have the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. When the hell was this? Week 2. Week 2. Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl rematch. I think we're all excited about that. Chiefs, Giants week 3. I'll tell you what, I feel like the entire Chiefs schedule has been leaked where it stands right now, which is pretty insane. Scroll down, you have the Giants and the Raiders week 17, the toilet bowl, as I ultimately ended up putting down. The Bucks and the Falcons week 1. Okay, we're seeing that as a matchup. And then this is where we were discussing. We have Dolphins at Bills week 3, Thursday night football is the one leak that we have been seeing as of late. We have Metal Max. What Bills game should I go to? I am in Chicago and go pretty much anywhere in like a 6-hour drive I can go to. Cleveland and Pittsburgh, or suck it up and drive 9 hours to Buffalo. LOL thoughts. Damn, man. So as far as like our most quality opponents, so it just depends on like what sort of game you want to go to. Like say that you want to go to a game where Buffalo's going to go out there and just like lay wood and just beat the hell, like sort of right out of somebody. I'd probably go to a couple of the away games, but say that you're looking for like a good game, a close game. The vast majority of our quality opponents are coming into Buffalo, right? Like me personally, and granted, I don't know what the schedule is looking like yet, and so we will a bit later this evening. But some games that really stick out to me, I would love to see Bills, Ravens in Buffalo. I would love to see Bills, Eagles in Buffalo. I would love to see Bills, Bengals in Buffalo. That might be week 1. We don't know. Yeah. But hey, listen, we're going to be in Pittsburgh this year too, so I think that might be the easiest way for you. That or Cleveland, one of the two. It's all up to you. It's all up to you right there, man. Panthers, Jags debunks the leak we saw last night. Yeah, most definitely. Somebody just made that, so I'm pretty sure. I did end up putting out a disclaimer saying that take this with a grain of salt. Speculation, Bills open against Bengals Sunday night. Plausible, but all speculation. It's certainly plausible. Say that we do have a Sunday night matchup, I would be fine if it's the Bengals and or the Ravens, right? It's just kind of how it is. And like you have to look at how the NFL from a marketing like background is going to attempt to push the excitement of week one, I feel like you want to have the Bills on Sunday Night Football, right? And it should be either the Bengals, who have a higher likelihood, I think, of being able to put up points than Baltimore, although that historically they have known to struggle for the first 3 or 4 weeks. But I wouldn't be upset if that was the case. And was it known as Thursday Night Football till last year? Mikey has come in statement. So far, the team that wins in Brazil goes on to win the Super Bowl this year. A limited sample size, but you are incorrect. Bro, it don't matter what home game you go to. It's the last year to go to the Ralph. Absolutely. I completely forgot about that. Well, I mean, so I didn't, but I didn't put that into consideration. It doesn't matter what game you go to. It is the final year in the nostalgic cathedral that we have watched the Buffalo Bills play our entire lives. And again, I'm holding on to hope because, of course, I'm a sucker for a feel-good story. I would love if we finally got over the hump in our final year of the stadium. That would just warm my heart, man. Like, that would be storybook. Yeah, went to Indianapolis last year. Great game. Helped me a lot in fantasy, too. Thank you. I shall head to Pittsburgh with my Steelers friends. Yeah, I'd probably say that's going to be the best as far as something that's not going to be a completely egregious drive for you. Yeah, I think Steelers would probably be a bit more exciting. I don't think the Browns and Bills game is going to be very competitive. But say, for example, you want to watch the Bills just hang like 45 points like on the Cleveland Browns or something like that while they score 10. And so watch Shador Sanders get sacked like 6 times. Sure. Yeah. Head on over to Cleveland. But I do think that the Steelers would be a bit more competitive, but I still would feel confident we'd walk away with that one. So probably a pretty quality game. As far as away games for me, I definitely want to make it up to Charlotte this year. I'm almost positive I'm probably going to be up there for Bills Carolina. It just depends on when it is, right? Like, say, for example, it's like a few days away from Thanksgiving, or it's like right by Christmas, then probably not. But say that it's like in October, I'd say like in early November, more than likely I'll probably be at the Bills and the Panthers game. I'm taking the trip to Orchard Park for a home game, but it will be September or October. I am too old for the cold. Scott, you and I both, my friend. I am too old for the cold, and people laugh at me because I was born in Buffalo. But give me a break, guys. I have not been in Buffalo full time since I was 13 years old. My blood has thinned since I ended up moving down south. So typically what I like to do is I like to go to all the games that are between September and October. Not that I haven't gone to games in the winter. I have. But full transparency, last time I was up there for a December game, I was so cold that I ended up selling my tickets out at the tailgate, and I watched the entire game from Big Tree Inn because I wanted the heater and I wanted the TV. And I wanted to be able to have a bathroom that I can go to take a piss and only take me 3 seconds so I didn't miss much. That's likely what I do. I saw CJ Stroud leave Josh out of his top 5 quarterbacks. Really got to me. I mean, it's pinnacle off season right now. You know what I mean, boys? It's pinnacle off season when it comes into it. Falcons will host Buffalo on Monday Night Football. We saw that. Oh, Roundtable Sports. Go follow them, by the way. Solid thing. We have a schedule league, folks. Vikings and Lions, week 13, Thanksgiving. Finally, the NFL is making the Thanksgiving schedule relatively reasonable and exciting, right? For years, we had to just serve, right? For years, we had to deal with shit football on Thanksgiving, and it was still football. And of course, we were still very excited about it, but we'll see. Nah, Dan, come to Atlanta. I heard that Atlanta was a Monday night game. So that could be interesting. And technically, that's closer to me. So that could be out there. Yo, Dan, and do you know if the Bills get a Europe game this year? It doesn't appear so, right? Because I do want to say that each and every single game has been announced for the international series. So while some people, I think, were trying to manifest Buffalo plays Pittsburgh and Ireland, it didn't work out that way. So Buffalo, unfortunately, will not be in Europe this year. Dan, you got to come to the Bills-Falcons game in Atlanta. It's Cameo is coming in. Dude, listen, man. Second person who's come in and said that I need to go to Atlanta. It's a beautiful stadium. It's a beautiful stadium over there. And I haven't seen that stadium either. I mean, shit, why not? It's like 4 hours away from me. It's not a bad drive, right? Fuck it. Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I will, man. Who knows? Maybe I will, and then I'll see if I can throw a little event or something like that. Hell yeah, I will be there. Josh Allen in the Dome in Atlanta is gonna hit like crack. Scott Frazier. It was bad when Cowboys in Detroit sucked, but adding a third game made it so there could be one good one on Thanksgiving. It was bad when Cowboys in Detroit sucked, but adding a third game made it so that there could be one good game on Thanksgiving. I mean, dude, it's ideal, right? Because you see Vikings and Lions, like that's going to be incredible. And didn't I see that it's Cowboys and Chiefs on Thanksgiving as well? I'm pretty sure it's Cowboys and Chiefs as well. So 2 out of the 3 games are pretty solid. From Ireland would have loved that and would have brought all the lads all to the game. Dude, I think that would have been sick. Bills putting up 50 on the Falcons. Probably. Danny, and do you live in Panama City? My mom is from there. Where are my Mafia members living in the Sunshine State? Go Bills. I live in scenic 30A, so a town called Rosemary Beach. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but that's where I reside, my friend, currently. And so I may be moving here in about a month or so. That's still pending. But yes, I live in 30A. It's a little town called Rosemary Beach. Spidey Munn has come on in and has said, I'll be in Atlanta. Saw them last time, and they were there with Tyrod. Nick, hey, Dan, if the Bills get the chance to come play in Australia next year, the invite to crash at my pad is officially open. Man, you know what? I'd take you up on that because I would, oh, man, that would be a trip. That would be a trip. From what I understand, it's going to be the Rams that play in Australia. So we'll see. Dude, listen, if the Bills go and play in Australia, okay. Dan Mitchell and Mike Green, we should do a group seating for the Bills versus Panthers game. I will be with my dad and brother also. Dude, listen, man, maybe I'll go on ahead and I'll throw a little event or something like that at Tavern on the Tracks, so the night before, or do like an impromptu meetup, like prior to the game. And that way we could all like tailgate there a little bit and then end up walking over to the stadium after the fact. I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe I'll be able to put something together. Tampa here from Western New York. We have Giants getting primetime games already. Is there any chance the Giants are good? Go Malik Neighbors. I wouldn't hold on to a lot of hope there, my friend. I certainly wouldn't do that. We have Darren Eakins is coming with a question. Josh's appearance for the Today Show is canceled, and a lot of people speculated that they were going to reveal the Sunday night game with the Bills. Does this mean no Sunday night football anymore? No, I wouldn't necessarily say that, especially since we still haven't heard what the first Sunday night football game is. And I want to imagine that we're still going to hear like what it is today, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. 2 toughest road games are Falcons and the Texans. And that's saying something. Then again, don't sleep on the Panthers either, man. I really do like Bryce Young. We have Andrew. And they always have a party there the night before the game, even during the preseason at Tavern on the Tracks. Listen, man, I'll probably end up doing like an impromptu meetup. And so I don't think I'll be able to do like an official event or anything like that. But yeah, for sure. I could definitely finesse my way over there. We have Dwayne, and you know that I will be there for the meetup. Word, Dan, and with any team that you do not want to play at the end of the year. So I feel like based off of what we saw from Buffalo last year, I'm not particularly picky about when we play our gauntlet, right? Because number one, we're coming off of a season where we were undefeated at home, and we blew out every single team at home with the exception of one team, right? And historically, this Buffalo Bills team, I think it's some crazy stat. Like, for the past 3 to 4 years, like we've lost 1 game or 2 games in the month of December. Maybe November is included in that as well. But Buffalo plays very good ball in November and December. So I feel like I'd be all right. Same culture, same core of players, same coordinators. I'm really not picky, right? Like, I feel very confident about this team. I could care less if our first 7 games were the Bengals, the Ravens, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and then all of the other difficult matchups lined up right in a row, right? Like, I wouldn't like really be concerned about it at all. I would feel pretty good. I just hope we get a late bye, not an early one, hopefully week 10 or later. We have been lucking out with late buys for the past couple of years. Here's a hot take that I hate to say. I think that we're going to like have an early buy this year. I hope not. I really hope not. But for some reason, I just have a gut feeling that we're going to be looking at the schedule and we're going to see like a week 6 bye or a week 5 bye, which would suck. But for some reason, I can see it. Lions and Vikings, Christmas. So they have Lions and Vikings for Thanksgiving and Lions and Vikings on Christmas, folks. And this is per NFL Nerdington. Or Nerdington NFL, which is my favorite follow on here. I hate these division matchups week 1, and teams are always a bit off week 1, and so much rides on the division matchups. Jesse, what is going on? I saw that y'all are opening up, or at least it's alleged, with the Seahawks, right? Pretty tough. Yeah, it's pretty tough, man. We're going to see. We're going to see. Usually 5-0 or 5-1 last year. We lost on purpose to the Pats, so they didn't get the 1 pick. Going 3-2. We have Troy ideally right before Thanksgiving is a good buy. It definitely is, right? But I don't know. I just have a gut feeling that like we're going to have some like BS early buy. I hope I'm wrong, but I just feel it. So we're going to see the schedule and we're going to be like, oh shit, we have a week 5 buy. But I mean, hopefully we can stay healthy, right? Is Bengals and Bills confirmed yet week 1? No, it's still a rumor. Statement. Imagine if the damn Giants get more Thursday night games than Bills with the reigning MVP Josh Allen. It would kind of be embarrassing, to be honest. I think we get 2 Thursday night football games based off of rumors that I've been hearing. If we get the hot tuna at home in the middle of October, I'm already seeing TD writing down the dub. Please. I want to see the Commanders and Bears game low key. Well, luckily we'll be able to. Also, I can't believe Patriots host the Giants for Monday Night Football on week 13. I mean, hey, Washington versus Packers Thursday Night Football week 2. Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, most recent leak is Lions and Vikings on Christmas Day. We have Texans and Jaguars week 3. We have Commanders and Packers week 2 Thursday Night Football. Jags and Bengals week 2. I'm going to go ahead and just do all this because I have some responsibilities that I need to hit on TikTok here for a bit. Let me double check. Week 5, Monday Night Football. I think this was on week 2. All right. I feel like we're good. We have Kansas City Chiefs. All right. Everything else is up to date. All right. Bang, bang, folks. Here we are. A Super Bowl rematch on week 2. I feel like it's early, but it is, right? We have JT. Bold take. I think the Giants are going to be better than people think. That's certainly bold. I'm not going to lie. Just give us the Pats early for a change, please, Scott. So I've taken the advice, Dan, and locking in Georgia double with the Bulldogs and the Bills game. What's the best place to get tickets when they drop? So I want to say that Georgia tickets or college football tickets are already available. I believe they are. Hold on. Georgia Bulldogs, baby. Let me see. Football tickets. Let me double check. Yeah. So college football tickets are already there. I'd probably go to SeatGeek. Also, Patriots play Las Vegas instead of Atlanta on week 1. I was expecting a 28-3 week 1 matchup. Man, we're going to have to see on this one. Jay is coming with a statement. If I had to guess, the Chiefs versus Bills game will be at 4:25 Eastern Standard Time game on CBS in the middle of the season, now announced by Jim Nantz and Tony Romo.
they are definitely not going to rip that away from Tony Romo. That's for damn sure. Vikings and Lions on Christmas Day. That's the most recent update that we have been seeing so far. Or game tickets. Man, look at that. Nick has decided he's going to Georgia. He's doubling down with the Bulldogs in the Bills game. Dude, you know what? So depending on how it will work as far as traveling for you, Nick, say, for example, that you found some tickets, right? Like, say the Bills are in Atlanta and somehow you were able to go to a Georgia Bulldogs home game, and then 2 days later you go to Atlanta for the Bills Falcons, that would be the perfect weekend and limit to the overall travel. But I'm assuming you probably want to go to the home game with what I'm saying. Dan, and so you're okay with doubling down that Kansas City won't be as good this year? So I'm not going to say that they're not going to be as good, but I do think that it's going to be very competitive right in the AFC West, because I do think the Broncos got significantly better, and I do think the Chargers got better. And I think Kansas City did take a step back from a personnel standpoint. I still see the Chiefs winning, but it's going to be very competitive as far as that division. And plus, and so they play. So, and the entire, so the East division right in the NFC. So they have a very difficult schedule. I don't know, Jim. CBS will never give up Kansas City Bills ever. Yeah, we would have to pry it from their dead hands. I will not be surprised if Bills Patriots game will be the final game on our schedules, like it always is for the most part. Kansas City is not going 11-0 in one-score games. I mean, who knows, right? Lots of Viking spotlight games, putting a lot of hope in McCarthy is going to be good. We got to see. I hope Jim Nantz and Tony Romo call the most of our games this season. Bills always seem to do great when Nantz and Romo call their games. Oh, man. We're going to see. We are going to see. All right. So far, we only have a couple of leaks here and there. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in, folks. All right, guys. That's going to have to do it for today's stream and some leaks so far. From what we've understood, and the only thing that is confirmed is Buffalo versus Miami, Week 3, Thursday Night Football. I am strongly hoping that that is confirmed so we can have our event there, but stay tuned. Again, as a reminder, I'm going to be live this evening at 7:30 p.m. EST for our schedule release watch party, so we could all react to that together. So in case you don't want to miss it, make sure when you subscribe to the channel, folks, hit that bell notification icon so you never miss an opportunity to tune into a live stream. We are going to be having a great time reacting. And then after that stream, I'm hopping on the AFC East Roundtable almost immediately. And I want to make sure that we have as many Bills fans in there as possible so we can let the rest of our divisional rivals know that the Buffalo Bills are coming. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I will see you a bit later this afternoon. And go Bills. Doses.